Hello and welcome to episode 47 of Unqualified Game Chat. I'm your host, Azario Lopez. With me, as always, my best friend, really, in the entire fucking world.
Oh,
Spencer, the legacy.
I mean, like, I wouldn't say you're my best friend in the whole world, but I'm kidding. There's no drama.
Well, who's before? Who would be before me? You know, like honestly speaking, who would sit here week after week with your boring ass talking about video games?
Ooh, that's impressive.
I made you, Spencer.
You made me.
I fucking made you.
Wow. And if the truth comes out, is this how he made me?
Is this how this week is gonna start?
Is this how this is gonna go? I wanted a nice, peaceful, no drama podcast. And Azario jumps in with the drama every time. You
had it coming.
Yeah, I guess I earned that one. yeah, you're right.
What are you up to? How are you feeling today?
I'm feeling good. I got a haircut today, and
looking sharp.
Thank you.
Like $2 million. $2 million.
$2 million USD.
Yes,
that's even
of course.
More Canadian.
Yeah, I do nothing in Canadian.
Oh, I guess it would be weird if you did.
Except for sometimes I buy games from Canada, from eBay. It's just sometimes cheaper for some reason, but that's very rare because they'll charge you like $30 for shipping.
Yeah, it's not cheaper to buy things from America for here.
You know, for some reason, I always buy manuals. I always get like loose manuals from Canada.
Yeah, here in Canada, nobody kept their fucking manuals. Every kid I knew, what is this book shit? I bought a game, not a book. Get out of here.
Have you ever used the notes section in the back of a manual? You know how like the PS2 and the PlayStation 1 manuals had like notes? Did you ever write in those?
I used the back of a Yu-Gi-Oh deck note for Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden Memories to memorize the combinations for fusions.
Yeah, I did it with the only one I can remember ever doing it with Grand Theft Auto 3 for the codes.
Yeah, of course.
But then you memorize the codes and your fingers are like, and then a helicopter appears.
The mainframe.
A helicopter appears and everyone blows up or something stupid like that.
Yeah.
But that's the only time I ever wrote in them. So I wonder like when that became popular is just to put notes. Like who the fuck is writing in the back of these manuals?
I guess maybe in like the 90s, like when you had shit like like late 80s, early 90s, when you had shit like the first Zelda and it's like you wanted to fucking remember what you were doing. So write it down or something or password.
Keep a journal.
Maybe. Yeah.
When Persona 4 first came out, I remember stumbling across a blog spot of this person keeping a daily diary of everything they did in the game, but in real life. So like what they did in the game, they would write it as a journal entry.
Oh, okay.
It was very, I thought it was cool. Would I ever do it? No. But like,
would I be caught dead doing it? No.
But it was,
it's fine.
It was so fucking, I read it every day. It was like they updated it every day. I guess they only played one day a day.
Little like 17-year-old Azario ran down the stairs, jumped. Oh, time to check out the Persona 4 journal. Oh, what can you do today?
It just became like a daily thing, like that I would check out.
Chan had a great day.
Oh, I went on a date with Yukiko.
How delightful.
But yeah, that was something special that I used to check out on Blogspot. The internet used to be really boring back in the day.
It was boring, but it was cool because
you had Zynga, you had LiveJournal.
Yeah, only cool people used the internet. It was before the lamers showed up.
Yeah, it was a very hipster frontier, really.
Yeah.
Everyone was just getting in tune with their emotions and how to process a breakup.
And they did not handle it well.
Yeah, or you can check in on. People don't share that stuff so much nowadays, but back then when you got
Twitter or Instagram,
you're like stuck to so many characters. Back then, you get in a breakup, you go to the person's live journal, they just wrote it all out, and you're like,
Now it's Twitter threads. Now they're like, why at Stinky Pete 42 is a bad boyfriend? Question mark.
Light as a light gas or gaslighting, toxic predator.
1 out of 12? Question mark?
Because sexual abuser.
It'll go over 12.
This cis white male needs to.
Oh God!
Learn his.
Go. You're picking fights again.
This cis white male needs to learn his place.
I don't listen. You're gonna get all the people riled up. I can't help you if you don't help yourself.
Maybe this is why everyone wanted the Stray Pixels podcast, which just had their first episode. Sorry, I have to say that.
Oh, look who's plugging now. Plugging now. My
staff writers started their own podcast, and I'm so proud of them. I'm so proud. Can I guarantee that their chemistry would be as good as Spencer and I's?
Oh,
no.
Of course not. No one can guarantee that. That's simply impossible.
Spencer and I from the very beginning had this relationship that unbeatable, timeless.
Each other, and we looked at each other, and it was like 10 seconds stretched into 1 million hours. It was wild. It's the kind of thing you only see in television. So of course they couldn't replicate that immediately. That's foolish.
It was like the first time that I met someone and I wanted to faint. You know, I was like, this is a friend, real friend, and my brain couldn't process it. I
said, Lord, I got a case of the vapors, I say. And I fell over.
Well, Spencer, as you know, we record this every week. And post it to podcast services on Thursdays. And
unless
you can get
Azario catches a bug.
Unless one of us is sick. I won't say which one.
I haven't been sick yet.
I won't say which one, but no one's taking the blame.
We'll say one of us.
So you can find it on YouTube, iTunes, all the stuff. We have a topic today, which we're going to get into. Activision or Microsoft spent some money and bought Activision-Blizzard.
Yeah, they spent $68.7 billion.
So we'll get into that. But first, I want to ask you what you're playing.
Well, for my whole holiday, I just played Final Fantasy XIV constantly.
Did you beat it? Did you finish it?
I beat Heavensward.
Oh, you're like catching up. You're like...
Yeah. I beat A Realm Reborn, and then I beat Heavensward, and now I'm on Stormblood. And I have an apartment now. And I'm having a blast. I've definitely gotten my subscription worth because I typed in like server time or whatever to see how long I've played, and it was like over my holiday I played it for like 5 days. And that's a lot of time.
Yeah.
This is a concerning amount of time. But I've been having, I thought Heavensward was excellent, and the characters are really enjoyable. And I'm now seeing why people praise it so much. I'm having fun, just I'm barely interacting with people, but like occasionally waving at people or like doing like jokey emotes before raids, and I'm like, wow, this is what it's like to play with people. I always just play single player games because I hate playing with people, but MMOs are fun.
I feel the same way. It's so strange finding a community, because you hear people talk about it all the time. Oh, I found a gaming community and we play Rocket League every day, know. Cool, that's fine. But for me, it's like never been that as an option. It's always been single player this, single player that.
Yeah, exactly. And the 14 community is incredible. Like they're very, like the subreddits and Twitter's accounts and stuff are all like very welcoming of like new people, which is cool. I haven't asked any questions or anything, but like just looking at posts and it's like, oh, if you're new, do this. Oh, if you're new, do this. I wish I knew this, do this. And I'm like, wow, that's really cool. That like this community is so welcoming towards, like you get like player commendations and stuff after raids if you're like a new player, just to like boost you. And it's like, wow, that's really chill. And yeah, I've just been having a good time. Like, I love seeing what from other Final Fantasies, how they interpret things from other Final Fantasies. So like Gilgamesh, or the primals, which are all summons, or certain characters and stuff like that. So I am still just having a great time. Review season is going to kick up again soon, so
Yeah.
I won't be saying every week I played Final Fantasy 14 more. Soon it'll be, oh, I played Pokemon Legends Arceus, or oh, I played other game. I can't think of what else is coming out. I don't remember, yay or nay.
Yeah, that felt like
it.
ages ago.
That was ages ago. That was before Azario caught the dang bug.
Yeah, January's pretty chill. So I don't think I think Pokemon is like it, and everyone knows that game's gonna suck. So it's like
it's gonna be ambitious, but not great, is my guess. If it's great, I'd be pleasantly surprised. But
I'm gonna say 6.5s to 7s.
That's my guess. And well, I mean, it'll get like 9s because it's Pokemon.
Yeah, you get the Nintendo bump.
You get the
of
Nintendo
course.
bump just in general because of the polish. But I think polish is what this one's lacking a little bit. But we'll see. And they could come out of left field and surprise me, and I'd be happy as a clam, as they say. I don't know where that comes from.
I don't really take the Pokemon company as good story writers, though. You know,
they were once. You know, Pokemon Black and White and Black 2 and White 2 had good enough stories where I was like, hey, that's not bad.
Those are the ones that no one talks about too.
It's true, which is a shame because they have really good stories and mechanics.
Yeah, nobody talks about Black and White, especially not White or Black 2.
Yeah, it's strange, but I mean, probably because it's not like re-released and it's impossible to get a copy for a good price. So
you can find one for like $100.
Yeah, but the layman is gonna say, oh, games are like $20 to $60, and then they see Pokemon for $100. They're gonna say, no way.
Yeah, I just attributed it to games are already $70 now. What's another 30?
Games are like 90 here.
Jesus fucking Christ, man!
I live in a dystopia.
Call your prime minister, dude. Get your shit together,
Mr. Trudeau. I don't like how much more I'm paying for video.
Do you know how much they're paying in America?
I seen that Lego UCS Millennium Falcon in your room when you did that. I know you can afford it, but I can't, mister. I'm a games journalist. Anyway, that's what I've been playing. What have you been playing?
I'll tell you, Mr. Legacy. Mm-hmm. I've been playing more games than I possibly want to right now. Mm-hmm. I can't talk about most of them. I have a preview coming out in a couple days. Two previews coming out in a couple days, and then a third one coming out after that. Like I'm in preview season, you know.
It's all little secret games.
But a game I put a review out that you would never expected me to do was Rainbow Six Extraction.
Yeah, I saw that.
Semi was supposed to do it, and we played for like 4 days together. Semi was gonna write it, and I was like, you know what, dude, I have a full day today. I can literally knock this out in like 2 hours. And he's like, thank you, because I suck at this game, and we all kind of sucked at it. But the most important part is that we all had fun playing it. We played with me, Semi, and Nate from the website, and we just went through it, and it was a lot of fun. I got kind of drunk while we were playing, and now we want to do maybe a drunken like maybe live stream sometime or something. Something.
I don't see how that could implode horribly.
I'm probably more contained when I'm drunk because I'm more aware that I could say something stupid. But I'll let you know.
To take this opportunity to say, even though I work in tandem with Noisy Pixel, I do not necessarily share the opinions of any of the individuals or the people at the website. My opinions are my own.
I'll let you know that my opinions are all made up, and I'm
Zari's opinions are whatever stokes the fire.
Yeah, I am in no camp. I am a typical 4chan troll. I'm sure you can plug on me on is just I grew up on 4chan. So
oh my. And I get looks because I grew up on Newgrounds. You grew up on 4chan.
That was my fault because I should have been on Newgrounds.
Yeah.
But yeah, so when people like make fun of me or something, it doesn't really affect me that much because like I've been through the worst of the worst in terms of internet bullying.
Posted when you were young?
No,
you opened yourself up to.
I mean, when I was in high school, I posted.
Oh, that's wild.
Yeah, but no, it was like anonymous. You know.
No, I know, but even if it's anonymous, you go and check it later. You see what people say, and you're like, they're saying that to me technically.
Yeah, but I mean, I think it made my skin a little thicker.
Yeah, that's fair.
Prepared me for just how bad things could be, and I was under the impression that we were all playing a part, like we were all playing a role in like these I don't know.
I was under the impression that life's a play and we're about the players.
Maybe I'm the problem. Maybe me thinking that was the problem. Maybe I should have taken it all a little more seriously. But hey, I was 15 years old.
Yeah. Okay. Listen, if you're 15 and you do something not illegal or immoral, but dumb, like posting on 4chan, you're gonna fucking grow out of it. Just have your parent be like, "Don't go on 4chan, you idiot. Go on." If you're 15, like I'm not gonna come at someone because they were 15 on 4chan.
Yeah,
we're all dumb teenagers.
Thank you.
As long as you don't do anything super illegal or immoral, that's condoning.
Yeah, we're not condoning. If it's not hurting you or someone else.
Yeah.
Maybe if it's
LimeWire, who cares?
Yeah, you're good. Break a couple internet rules.
You're downloading LinkinPark.exe. Who cares?
Who cares? Just be safe.
Yeah.
Just be safe. So now in my life, now that I've grown out of that, I think I do kind of do enjoy the stroking of the fire, as you said. And
I don't. So that's why we're such a good pair. We're the odd couple.
Yes.
You're stoking flames. I'm trying to put them out.
And you're like sweating. And you're like, oh shit, what the fuck is he going to say?
My future prospects.
The fuck is he going to say next?
What's he going to say? I have to.
Cut the feed.
Like that. I remember that whole Twitter message you tweeted. You were like, should I say this? I was like, no. Don't say that.
But I appreciate
such a good pair.
I appreciate everybody sticking with me through all of this.
Likeable fella.
But back to Extraction.
Yeah.
Game's pretty good. It's like Siege. It's kind of hard. It's super like you have to be into tactical shooters. Because that's the only way you're going to get through it, because it is a very challenging game. You have to work with your team. You have to know what your special abilities are. But what sucks is that when you die, if you lose an operator, then that operator becomes unusable for a few matches. So like early on, I lost all of my operators and I had to then they started coming back, but just kind of sucked.
That's weird.
Well, you can save them. See, if you lose one, you can go back in and save them.
Like that Zombie U game.
Just like Zombie U.
You lose your stuff, you go pick it up.
Just like Zombie U.
You lose your man, you go pick it up.
But it's a fun game. I thought the enemies are stupid, but
aren't they like aliens or?
Yeah, they have like sword arms and like they blow up. And,
are they Power Ranger villains?
Yeah, they look like fucking putties.
Now that would be a cool game. Rainbow Six Power Rangers
Powers Edition. Yeah,
just fighting putties. That'd be cool. 6 operators with attitude.
But it's a good game. I gave it an 8 because it is fun, and I think the people who play the game will enjoy it. But if it does not interest you at all, don't even try. Don't even try to pick it up. But as a fun game, I think it works. I think it's fun. I think the rollout of new content is cool. I think the stages are cool. I don't necessarily like the online only aspect of it, but
Yeah.
what can you do? Siege was released in 2015 and it's still played today.
Yeah, people love that game.
So I'm sure like Ubisoft does understand how to support their game, like For Honor or whatever the fuck that game is.
Oh yeah,
no, With Honor or something.
Now it's like still going.
Was that game? Is that With Honor or something?
Honor.
For Honor. Okay. Honor. Yeah, it sucked when it first launched, and now people are still playing it because they just.
Isn't there a For Honor character in Samurai Showdown?
I think so. I think they threw.
So bizarre.
Yeah, they got or they did Samurai Showdown in For Honor. There was a collaboration. Like yeah. There was a collaboration.
That's peculiar, but that just goes to tell you, like that game had a Kroby Cat video. That's never a good sign. But now it's doing fine. So
yeah, Ubisoft tries to go back and like correct their games, but this is one of those games that it will only evolve over time and like more containment zones, more stuff. But I don't know. We'll maybe play more, but we got through the most of it, and the story's okay if you're going, but it's not really there.
You're waiting for that crazy crossover content games all have now?
I'm waiting for the bathing suit DLC.
Now that would be interesting in a Rainbow Six, because I could see like skins where the characters look like Quiet from Metal Gear Solid. So I could picture them doing that. Might be one of the few Western games to do it.
There you go. Now let's go on to our topic.
Yeah,
because that's what everyone's here for. They all want to know what we think.
What is Azario and Spencer saying about it? What do they think? What do they think about Microsoft buying one of the most hated publishers around, Activision-Blizzard, for what was that price again? $68.7 billion.
A whopping 68.7. I'll round up to 69 just to save us some time.
Just for a little laugh out there, if you guys need a little laugh.
So Phil Spencer is decided to sign the check over, and Activision Blizzard. They do Diablo.
For people who don't know, Diablo, Overwatch, Call of Duty,
Spyro,
Crash, Heroes of the Storm,
Hearthstone.
What else do they do?
Sekiro.
Oh, did they do Sekiro?
Is that EA or is that
Activision? I thought that was from.
Who published it? Maybe it was EA.
You're right. Who was it?
Let's see. Activision. I was right.
That's weird. Really? That's bizarre.
Yeah, they published it.
Oh, I kind of remember that. I remember thinking that was bizarre at one point. Zario, you're a smart little cookie.
Have I
ever told you that?
I have a lot of knowledge in this head of mine.
He's sane in the membrane. He knows what's going on.
You might think I'm aloof, but really, you're aloof. Yes.
That's his cool guy actor. He goes, I don't care.
It's like this punk rock attitude, but sure, I know Calc 4.
He's a Brad boy.
Yeah. So, let me know what you know about this. Tell me. Give me the lowdown. Let's hear it. Give me the Spencer footnotes.
Now, this isn't the first Microsoft acquisition we've talked about on this podcast, because when they bought Bethesda, we talked about it, I think. So they're picking up studios like Thanos picking up Infinity Stones. Am I right? Like they're just scooping up all these big companies that have big stuff, and it's wild. Like I can see why people are slightly concerned about monopoly, because they're getting a lot of big franchises. So, I mean, exclusives. I'm wondering what'll be exclusive, because exclusives are part of the industry. Some games wouldn't get funded if they weren't exclusive. So, I'm not here saying there shouldn't be exclusives necessarily. I'm just very curious to see what will be coming to what system in the future, because that's a lot of big, like PlayStation missing out on COD microtransactions? That's wild. Like, I don't know if they're even gonna. They might still put it on PlayStation just to still get a cut. Like
back in the day, Call of Duty was largely just an Xbox 360 game.
Yeah,
no one played it on PlayStation.
Yeah,
everyone played it on Xbox 360.
People bought Xboxes for that.
Yep. But now you have crossplay and all that, so no one really cares. Yeah. But
it's interesting though. Like
they did say that they were gonna still release games across all platforms, which I'll say shut the fuck up, Phil Spencer, because Sony wouldn't do that for you. If Sony bought Activision, they wouldn't give you their games.
Not a chance.
Not a fucking chance, dude. Like,
although Phil Spencer could just be saying that, to be fair.
Yeah, because they said all that shit about Bethesda, like, ooh, Bethesda, but now they're like Starfield, Xbox exclusive.
Yeah, exactly.
So now that all those like Bethesda fucking Skyrim fuckers that bought a PS5 just thinking like,
Skyrim fuckers. I like that term a lot. Skyrim fuckers.
They're so sad because now they have to find a Series X as well if they want to play the Starfield
and a lot of people are talking about like retaliatory purchases by Sony, but I don't know if there's necessarily going to be any.
Sony has so many fucking studios right now. What Sony needs to do is bring back Wild Arms.
That's true. That would be a good choice.
And not be such a dick to Sony Japan studios. They just need to stop being a dick because they're sucking the dick of the Western audience. They need to chill the fuck out.
You know what I'm going to say? Somebody needs to buy Sega. Somebody give Sega a nice home with money. I want to see more weird Sega games.
Yeah,
and they're ripe for the purchase.
But who would buy Sega?
Probably PlayStation because it's a Japanese company.
What sucks about Sega too is that you see them in Japan and they're closing down their arcades over there and shit, and it's kind of sad.
Is that because of COVID or because of?
It was because of COVID. They just lost a lot of money.
Like arcades declining.
Yeah, they had a huge building there and it closed down. So that's sad.
It's a shame. I want to visit those.
But I mean, if Sony owned Sega, that probably wouldn't happen. The thing about Sega though is that they do own like there's like
they
Sega
work with Microsoft a lot.
There's like Sega Europe. There's like Sega. There's different Sega brands, and I think that I don't know. I think they'll stay. I think they'll stay themselves.
I think they will, but if the opportunity comes, I have no idea who would buy them because they worked a lot with Microsoft after the Dreamcast.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, I don't know how well Sega games sell on Xbox when most Japanese games don't sell on Xbox well.
Yeah.
So I don't know, but Microsoft, I'm wondering what's gonna happen in I think it clears the purchase next year.
Yeah, the interesting thing is that there's still a lot of PlayStation exclusives coming out.
Mm-hmm. PlayStation still has like huge like Marvel. They have Horizon. They have Insomniac. They have like PlayStation isn't hurting. Like this is definitely a big change, but PlayStation's not. They're not panicking. I imagine they're not panicking.
No.
They still have a pretty healthy library. But
that said, they also have third-party studios that are giving them exclusives. Yeah. You have Sega. Square Enix is planning on making Final Fantasy a PlayStation exclusive.
Yeah.
And rightfully so. That they're making.
Someone bought Square Enix.
If you think, I would hate that. I would be so mad.
I'd be mad, but that'd be crazy. That's like for people who mostly play Japanese games, which there's probably a fair amount on this podcast. That is like the Activision buyout is kind of like that. Like it's like if like PlayStation bought Square Enix, it's like that big of a like, whoa. I'd
be so mad if that happened. So I can only imagine what like Hearthstone players are like saying right now.
Yeah. What do you think though?
I'm okay with it really because I own all the consoles and I really have lost my my love for PlayStation over the years. I used to be this huge Sony fanboy, but I've definitely stepped back from all of that. And
Is it the Western lean? Like the more Western lean that is done
it does. That has a huge effect on it. Just they're fun experiences, but they're so generic. They're such generic experiences. They're so expected. I think I would much rather like a game like The Last Guardian, which completely blew me away. Was it the best game I played? Cool. No, but it was just fun. It was unique. Gravity Rush 2, one of my favorite games of all time.
I gotta go grab that. It's on sale right now.
One of my favorite fucking games. It was, and again, unique. I know what I'm going to get from Spider-Man. I'm going to swing. I'm going to pick up missions. I'm going to fight.
I will not tolerate Spider-Man slander on this podcast.
I'm not slandering it. I'm just saying, you know what to expect.
That's fair.
You know what you're going to do. Yes, it's a pretty game. In Uncharted, you're going to shoot, you're going to climb, you're going to pick up ammo. In The Last Guardian, each area, you didn't know what to expect.
It's because Trico didn't fucking listen after.
Hey, you watch your mouth when you talk about Trico.
Listen, I really like The Last Guardian, so I'm not saying anything.
You know what I'm saying? There's just a lot. There's just so much potential that Sony could have had with these artistic Japanese games, and they kind of just stood back. Even I know, say what you will, but Wild Arms was a pretty unique RPG. And they didn't even, Sony owned it, but they didn't publish it in the West.
There's a lot of cases like that. Like a lot of people talk about Legend of Dragoon, where it was Sony only, and nothing ever came of it.
Yeah. Then they never will, because those games like that take resources that will take away from the games that they know will make billions of dollars.
Yeah. Your God of Wars, your Uncharted, your Last of Us.
Yeah, exactly. So they know that there's no money in a Legend of Dragoon. There's just nothing there.
You know what I think it's time for? Another PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale.
That's what I'm saying.
I think it's about time we did that again.
Yes. If I think now is the best time for that.
It's funny. Years ago, the conversation was that that was really strange. Okay, sorry. Years ago, the conversation was that PlayStation All-Stars came out and everyone was like, who would be in an Xbox Smash? The car from Forza and Master Chief and the guy from Gears of War, that's it. But now they have so many studios that you can make a pretty compelling Xbox Smash Bros. With Overwatch and rare characters and all this shit. So, I mean, it's interesting how the tide has shifted a bit.
Yeah, you even had Isaac in there from Dead Space, remember?
Yeah.
There's a pretty good line.
They added Isaac and Zeus. Everyone's like, why the fuck you add Zeus?
Yeah.
There's concept art of Abe and Dart.
Oh, I know.
And I'm
Dart.
you added Zeus?
I would have fucking died if Dart was in there, dude. Volcano!
God,
Double slash.
I told my story of it, right? Of that game?
Maybe?
Where
I don't mind.
Played it, and I played the first disc with my friend. I borrowed it from a friend, and I had a friend come over and play with me. And then someone said, "Stop, you bastard," in game. And my friend said, "That's a swear, dude." And I said, "I don't want to get in trouble." And I returned it the next day to my other friend because I didn't want to get in trouble.
Wholesome boy, Spencer.
No, I realized in recent years I was I was too perfect a little boy. I should have been. I should have been a little bit more like Azario, a little bit more rebellious.
You should have took a page from the book of Azario.
But if I did, maybe we wouldn't get along so well. We're the sweet and the sour.
You're right. Yeah, I agree.
Honey and the vinegar.
The honey and the vinegar.
Yeah.
The ketchup to the mustard.
Yeah, exactly. That's why we work together so well.
But so I guess Bobby Kotick, who's the most toxic person in this situation. I guess he's stepping down, but still serving as an advisor.
Yeah, sources are saying once the deal clears, he's going to step down.
Cool, but his fucking package is going to be
God, he's going to get so much money. I saw a really good tweet where someone was like, they should add golden parachutes to Warzone the week he quits.
People? People need to understand that these fucking CEOs of these companies, they just get passed around all the time.
Yeah.
If they lose a job, they have tens of jobs waiting for them wherever they want to go. And this guy, say what you want about like his fucking the shitty things that he's done. Nobody cares because of how much, like, a business wouldn't care because of how much money he's made. Like his reputation.
We were saying before the podcast, it must be cool to be rich because you can do shitty fucking things and just money solved. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. That's and you have the shareholders just like totally like defending him.
Yeah.
And
like, he did all this stuff and they're like, but does he make money? In
the middle of a California lawsuit against the fucking company too. And he's not stepping down. It's just such a strange situation.
Did you see the fake cause your eye tweet?
No.
From the classic one. As of a few days ago, we've decided to distance ourselves from Blizzard Activision in order to promote a safer workspace.
Oh my God.
It was pretty funny.
Because Microsoft bought them.
Yeah, because Microsoft bought them. So then he said, we've decided to distance ourselves.
So funny.
I missed that account.
But yeah, so I do think this is it's a cool buy, I guess. But
we'll see what happens.
Will it sell consoles? I don't know.
I don't know. If COD becomes exclusive, it will.
But people will play that on PC too. But PCs are even getting harder to come across nowadays. So
dang chip shortage.
The dang chip shortage. Hopefully that stops sooner or later.
Yeah. I know it's bad because like the US government can't get chips.
Yeah. When they're going to eBay to buy their chips.
When Joe Biden's on eBay trying to stream snipe a nice process or a card.
Yeah.
Then you know.
Yeah.
We're in dire straits.
But that's what I gotta say about that. You got any closing comments? You're good?
No, yeah, I'm good. We'll see what happens. Yeah, it'll be an interesting future to see what happens.
Real quick, do you have a game that you want to recommend?
Oh heavens, I was not prepared, but I do have one. I just played it and reviewed it. I didn't know whether I should talk about it or not because I didn't know if I could fill a segment with it. But I can fill this segment with it, and it's SNK versus Capcom Card Fighters Clash.
Oh, that game just came out.
Yeah, it's like $8. It's a card playing RPG. It's kind of my understanding. People say it plays like Magic the Gathering. I've never played Magic the Gathering, so I'll just take their word for it. And it's I had a lot of fun with it. The pixel art. I'm loving these Neo Geo Pocket Color re-releases.
Yeah.
They have a lot of nice bonus features. Like you can trade between the two versions, the Capcom and SNK version, because they both come for the $8 in one package. You just pick it at the beginning, and you can trade between two save files with one console. So it's there's a lot of cool features. The art's great. It's a fun card game, and it's a decent length for that. So I recommend you go check it out if you like card games, Capcom or SNK.
My game is going to be Wild Arms because I mentioned it earlier.
The original?
Yeah, I think it's on PSN. I think you can.
Yeah, I have it on PSN. Now, should they play the original or the remake of the original?
You're talking about Altered Code F?
Yeah.
No, that one's kind of rare. I own it, but it's getting kind of rare. So I wouldn't want to offer that one because it's like, oh, how do I play it? Because it's like $130 or whatever. That's fair. But I would play Altered Code F. There's a very funny G4 review of Altered Code F, and it is one of my favorite.
Is it
G4?
Sessler?
No, it's the girl.
Morgan Webb.
It is. Yeah. Morgan Webb. And she just talks about this red balloon the entire time. It's a really good review. It's really funny. And, but that's, so play the original. You play as three characters who kind of don't have anything going on, together. But through this story, they kind of go on this really cool adventure. And I just think it's one of the coolest JRPGs that I've ever played, and it sucks because you're gonna
song. Ooh.
Oh my god,
Whistle
it's
song.
Ooh, fuck the animation and just
beautiful.
I could put that on repeat, dude. It's a great game. It'll make you want to play all of them. Which sucks too is that the fifth one is really good, but it's also really rare. Xseed published it, but it's on PS2, and you know, it's the whole series is great. The whole series is great. Kind of makes
at least 1, 2, and 3 on PSN.
Yeah. Every time I talk about it, I don't want to play it. Like if I talk, it's one of those games where if I talk about Wild Arms, I just want to stop what I'm doing and just go play it for a few hours.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's definitely one of those games, and a really cool adventure. It's just very good writing, just cool characters, story. But Sony won't do shit with it.
Sony, this is a heartfelt plea. Wait, should they make a new Wild Arms or remake Wild Arms for new consoles?
Ooh, I'll take a remake.
We'll take a remake. Get Blue Point to do it.
I'll take a reboot.
We'll take a reboot.
Yeah.
Wild Legs.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. And well, that's our show. That's the 47th episode of Unqualified Game Chat. And thank you so much for listening and hearing our thoughts. Let us know what you think about Activision-Blizzard and Microsoft now being their daddy.
One big family.
One big freaking family. That said, have a good week.
See you guys.
Bye.
Fantasy XIV.